I'm now with Lorraine Gathercole. Good afternoon, Lorraine, and welcome to Race Retro 2019.
Good afternoon.
And can we have a little short talk about this car in front of me, this lovely car, a Lola T212?
That's correct.
This is yours?
It is, yes.
Could you give me a brief history on it, please?
This would have been manufactured in 1971 and driven in 1972 by Tony Birchenhow and Brian Jocelyn. They did various long-distance events, 1000k Nürburgring, that sort of thing.
Right, okay, sorry. And so, can you give me a basic specification on the engine?
Okay, it's running an 1840cc FVC engine, which is exactly what it would have run in period.
Okay.
So it'll have about 270 brake horsepower, runs on a Lucas fuel injection system. Yeah, exactly as it was in period.
Because remember, this car raced, as you say, 1971, 72 against the Chevron B19s, B16s. And I always thought this was a nicer looking car than them. There was more shape to it. But how many races have you done in it?
I've only done one race so far.
Yeah, but that was quite a race though, I believe, wasn't it?
Yeah, had a good race. I took it out last September to Spa for the HSCC closed wheel race. And of the 11 in my class, I came third, so very happy with the first outing. Good result.
So how many outings are you hoping to do it in this year?
This year we're planning to do the Peter Auto Series, and that'll be 6 rounds, but all over in Europe. So lots of new circuits for me.
So quite challenging and quite steep learning curve.
I think it might be a steep learning curve.
So could you just tell me something about the driving characteristics of the car, what it's like to drive?
It's really benign. It's no nasty devices, but it's physical, very physical. So I'm having to do a bit of gym work, build up an upper body.
Back in the gym, are we?
We're back in the gym.
As I say, no pain, no gain.
Absolutely.
So how long is the races you're going to be doing?
They're hour-long races, and I'll be sharing with hubby.
Yeah.
But me taking the major stint.
Okay. So that's quite an ordeal in itself, and it's an hour race. You've got to be fit to do that with all the G-forces and stuff.
Yeah, it's physical. It's very physical. So yeah, got to build up.
And anything else in the pipeline, or is it just this one?
This is the major thing for this year.
Yeah.
I'm privileged to have other cars that I can drive as well, and I may, but I find it much easier to focus on one particular car until I've got to grips with it.
And then next year, what do you hope to do with it next year?
I'd really like an entry to Classic Le Mans, if there's anyone out there that has the power.
So how many drivers would you do for that? Would it just be the two of you again?
You can have up to 3 drivers.
Yeah.
But in actual fact, you only get 40 minutes in each session, and that isn't an awful lot of time to keep changing drivers, so it probably would just be 2.
It'd be nice to have done a 24-hour race, wouldn't it?
I think I'd have to be all the time in the gym and not have a proper job as well.
Well, thank you, Lorraine, for the interview, and I hope it all goes well this year. Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think that'll